Hello and welcome, this is Skill1137 and today I'm going to be talking to you about one of my favorite blaster rifles in the Star Wars Battlefront game, which is the E11 Imperial Standard Blaster Rifle. I've really come to like this rifle. It was really kind of hard for me to get used to at first. And then I switched over to heavy blasters and now I'm back on the E11. It has an insanely high stopping power, basically, with its rate of fire. It doesn't shoot super fast, but for how fast it does shoot, it has pretty good stopping power. You can kill, if you're decently close, short to medium range, you can take a guy out in, like 2 or 3 hits, depending on if you get a headshot, which is pretty good. The drawback is it does overheat kind of fast. You can maybe shoot like 10 or 15 shots or so before you overheat. So you really don't want to be full autoing this. And also the spread gets really bad. The hotter it gets, the spread gets really bad. I shouldn't say really bad. It's not terrible, but like the first 2 or 3 shots from a cool blaster rifle are like spot on, and then after that they start to kind of weave a little bit and it's hard to tell. When you're at that short to medium range though, it's less of a problem. And I just have been finding myself getting tons and tons of kills, and it's actually surprisingly really good in a close quarters engagement. Where you know where the enemy is. If it's like running around the corner and all of a sudden there's a guy there, you're less chances of you winning. But if you're able to use either third person or the hallway is short, but you can see them, like you know where they're at, or you know they're coming out of a doorway and you can kind of pin them down, it's really good because it just does so much damage that they don't get a chance to really retaliate. And some of those burst weapons are great. You come around the corner and you just and there's not a whole lot you can do with that because they shoot so many shots so fast, and if they're right there, they're not gonna miss. Or if they do miss, they're absolutely screwed. But if they hit you, you're dead. So no, I really recommend the E11. Like I said, it took a while for me to actually get used to because you start out with it for free as the Imperials, and you can buy it for pretty cheap as the Rebels, and you unlock them like right away. So I recommend you do it, and I also recommend that you unlock the Rebel Standard Rifle right away and play with him and see which of those 2 rifles you do the best with, and potentially which maps / game modes you do the best with them on, right? Because really, I can sit and tell you how great the E11 is all day long, but if you suck with it, you suck with it. Like, it's just it's hugely a matter of preference, and just your ability. Some people really like burst, and I like burst, but I for some reason can't use them on this game at all. So go out and test it out which weapon you like. Especially, I just think that for standard weapons, like, they're very, very good to be getting right away at the beginning of the game because they're just solid multi-purpose weapons. You can hit pretty far away if you need to. They work really well short range. And you don't have that, like some of like the T21 and the T21B, like they're such long range rifles. If you get good at it, you can do short range combat, but for the most part they're meant for long range combat. Well, and then you get in close here, standard rifle, you can do that. You might not be the greatest at short range and you might not be the greatest at long range, but man, 90% of the time you're sitting in a pretty optimal spot. So E11, one of my favorite weapons on Battlefront. Highly recommend you play with it, and I'm sure you have. And give it a second chance if you've dismissed it. Go back, play it, see how you do. You might surprise yourself. So thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.